guys how to do the math for this week, week 7, beginning May 18th. And it's our third part of our Build a Zoo. So I'm going to go on to our Google Classroom, as you can see here. I'm going to click on Math, Build a Zoo Part 3, and you will see the YouTube link that you clicked on right here to watch the mini video. And then I'm going to click on Week 7, Build a Zoo, and that will bring me to this slide here. So I've given you the first instructions that we're going to do this week, and then the next set of instructions will happen next week when you actually do the math for your up close habitat. So this is everything you're going to do. There's instructions on this page. There's also an example for you to use here. And I've also put instructions in the speaker box down here at the bottom of the screen. So there's lots of ways for you guys to figure out what to do, but I'm also going to show you here. So the first step is I'm going to pick a habitat from my week 1 Build a Zoo to do an up close version here. And I'm picking my lion's den. You can pick any one you choose. It's totally up to you. So I've clicked and filled in my habitat that I chose. The next thing I'm going to do is change my scale. So when we originally did this, your scale was each square is 1 centimeter. So each side is 1 centimeter. I'm going to have you change that scale for our habitats up close. So instead of 1 square equaling 1 centimeter on each side, 1 square is going to equal 5 centimeters on each side. So 1 square, and you're going to type this in. You don't have to do 5 centimeters. That will probably be the easiest because most of you guys can count, can skip count by 5s, by 2s. Pick one that you think is going to be the easiest. So 1 square equals 5 centimeters each side, okay? Instead of the 1 centimeters. So I've decided what my scale is going to be. Now I'm going to figure out the area of my lion's den. So for this, my length is 18 centimeters, and I'll put that in here for you guys so that you can see. So this side is 18 centimeters, and then this side on here is 15 centimeters. Now, that would be for if my scale was 1 to 1. But because my scale is now 5 to 5, it's not really 18 centimeters. So to figure out my new scale, all I have to do is do 18 multiplied by 5, and that will give me 90. So this length here is actually 90 centimeters. And I'm going to do the same to this guy. So 15 times 5 equals 75 centimeters. So now I have my length and width of my shape. To figure out the area, all I have to do is multiply my length and width. So area equals 90 times 75. Area equals, and 90 times 75 is 6,750 centimeters squared. And make sure we always have that centimeters squared because that tells us we're doing area. So I'm going to put my final answer in this box here. Okay. Next, I'm going to find my perimeter. And I know that perimeter equals side plus side plus side plus side. So P equals 90 plus 90 plus 75 plus 75. And P equals 330 centimeters. Okay, and I'm going to put my final answer. I'm going to put my final answer here, 330 centimeters. Okay, Oh, keep switching back and forth. So that is how I choose my habitat, do my scale, and figure out my area and perimeter of my entire pen. Now, what you're going to complete this week after you do those steps is you're going to make different things that can go in a lion's den habitat. So water, trees, mats, balls they can play with. And you're just going to do that by insert, shape, shapes, and a square or a rectangle. Okay, and I'm going to fill my habitat with those different shapes. It'll be easier if you change your background to transparent so that you'll be able to see where you're putting all those shapes for next week. But if you keep it a certain color, you can always change it next week when you actually go to do the area and perimeter of each of these habitat elements. So this week you'll just have to design it, and next week you'll have to find the area and perimeter of each one of your elements that you put into your habitat. So good luck this week. You will all do great, and let me know if you have any questions or you need any help.